In this video, I'm going to be unveiling the new Balkan Architect Revit stairs and railings pack, and also I'm going to be sharing some tips and tricks when it comes to complex stairs and railings in Revit. Let's go! Now quickly before we jump into Revit, if you're interested in getting this stairs and railings Revit family pack, you can find it on the Balkan Architect website. I'm going to link it up in the cards above and then also down in the description of this video. Now let's jump straight into Revit. And here I have a project that displays all of these stairs and railings, and I'm just going to be showing you kind of what's included in the pack, and then I'm going to be showing you some tips and tricks when it comes to complex railings in Revit. So first, let's jump into the first railing, which is the American Classic stair. So we just have a basic stair here, just a regular kind of open carriage stair, and then we have this American Classic 2, which is a stair that's open on one side, but then it's closed with a stringer on the other side. This is a very cool option when you want to have a stair that goes up against the wall on one side, and then there you would have the stringer, and then on the other side where it's open you would simply have this open carriage. Then we have this custom stringer profile stair. So if I zoom into the stringer, you can see it has this nice elegant custom stringer. This is really nice in situations where you have an open stair in space and you just want to add that just a little bit more when it comes to the design. Well, this is that stair. And then we have the middle wooden support stair. So this is something that's really rare, not something that you're going to see often, and that's a stair with a support. So as you can see here, we have this wooden support holding each of the treads in place. This was added, and this is modeled actually as a railing, which was customized to fit this stair and just act in as that support, because this is something that Revit by default just doesn't do. And then we have another option which has just a steel small carriage in the middle, and then the same type. And then this one here, I really like this one. It actually has this steel plate on the bottom, so it's a fully steel kind of construction stair, and it only has wood treads on top. So those are these kind of cantilever stairs. Now these are my favorite ones, the glass stairs. So we have an X support and an H support. So the X support looks like this, and again this support was modeled as railing. I'm going to be showing you a bit later on in this video how you actually model or place this support. It's actually really quick, just a couple of clicks. And then we have the H support, which looks like this, and it actually supports the glass railing on this side as well, which also has this handrail. And then finally we have just a regular kind of cantilever stair that's built into the wall. Then moving forward, let's talk about the spiral stairs. So here we have just the same option with those kind of cantilever structural elements. So as you can see here, we have those structural elements holding each of these steps or treads kind of fastened to the column in the middle. Here we have something similar, but it has this nice kind of spiral open column. I really like this one. And then we have just a fully steel stair, and for the support it uses an I-beam. So if I just orbit around, yeah, as you can see, it has that I-beam support kind of fastening the whole thing to the column in the middle. So that's a steel spiral stair. Then we have a couple of these monolithic stairs where the support is a stringer, which is also acting in as a railing. And then we also have a handrail, in this case a wooden handrail. Now what's really nice about this one, it has a wooden termination here at the edge, so it's kind of smooth at the end, and it also has metal construction underneath. So yeah, this is how it would be usually built in real life. And then here we have this one, it just has kind of a more typical handrail that's fastened to the edge of this. Okay, moving forward, let's now talk about railings as well. So here we have just a classic American railing with these nice posts, and it has these double balusters which are connected at the bottom and then obviously at the top. I really like the way that this looks on an actual stair, so yeah, this is what that looks like. Then we have a simple modern stair. It has this little kind of foot at the bottom and then just a regular railing on top. Again, this on the stair, I think it looks really, really nice and elegant. Moving forward, we have the V baluster railing. So it's this V railing. It has these kind of elements that go off to the side. I really like this one. And we have actually a couple of options. We have this V baluster railing, and then we have the V baluster string railing. So the difference is this one is basically hosted on the stringer, as you can see here, so on the support on the side, and then this one here just goes on individual steps. So depending on if you're creating an open or a closed stair, you would use either one of these. Then we have just kind of some basic railings, this square railing, kind of simple, kind of basic. Here it is on a stair. Then we have a pipe railing. We just try to make it a bit more elegant and clean, so that's what it looks like. And then also, I really like these that don't have any posts at the corners. I think it looks much better like this. Then we have these fillet ones. I really like this one. So as you can see, it just starts with a single one, then doubles up, and then it ends with a single one on top. Again, on the stair, just looks majestic. Moving forward, we have this floor to floor railing in cases where you want to kind of close up the entire kind of height of the floor. And then we have the O railings, probably one of my favorite ones. As you can see, they're really elegant, really clean, really stylish. So we have these elements kind of on the bottom, in the middle, on top, and the O balusters. Yeah, they look really nice, especially on the stairs. They look divine. Okay, moving forward, we finally have the Arabic stairs. So here we have an option that has this support on the bottom as well, which I think looks cool. And then, of course, the beautiful balusters and the clean kind of edge of the railing. And then here we have the same option with the stairs without that bottom part. So here, this is what that looks like. And then this is the same railing kind of placed flat. So there we go. That's everything that's included in the pack. As I said, the link is down in the description of this video, so if you're interested, check it out. And now I'm going to be showing you some tips and tricks when it comes to these railings. So first, I want to show you something that's a common kind of error that can occur with railings and how you can fix them. So as I said, railings are very complex in Revit. And for example, here we have this post, the initial post. It goes all the way down to the bottom. Now, if I were to select this railing, right click and then go to create similar and then just place a line of this railing, hit finish, what you'll notice is that the first post would go a little bit below. Now, the reason for this is because we made an alteration to this railing for the stair, just because Revit tends to keep this kind of connected to the first riser or the top of the first riser, and then it just doesn't look right, so we have to connect it down or bring it down. But then if we place it horizontally, it looks like this. So if we don't want that, we would have to select this railing, go into edit type. I would duplicate it and then call it, let's call it dash test, click OK, and then here for the baluster placement we would find the start post and then just change the base offset to 0, hit apply, OK, apply, OK. And now, as you can see, it's flat. So it's just a minor change and it's a different type, but we do have to make these alterations in order to kind of work with the Revit system of railing with our complex and interesting railings. Then we have this really interesting floor-to-floor railing. Now, this seems like something that's difficult to create, but it's actually really simple. So when you draw a railing, you can always go into edit path and it goes back to this path. Now, if you select the actual path itself, what you'll notice is that here on this control bar, we have some options, and one of the options is slope. So it can be set by host, sloped, or flat. So basically by host, it would follow the host, which is in this case the stairs. If it were sloped, it would just go kind of connect the top and bottom. In this case, it would look pretty much the same on the stair. But then if we set it to flat, it's going to just go to the upper point, and in this case, that's the top of the stair. So if I were to change it by host, as you can see, it just goes back to this. The elevation is a bit off, but yeah, that's the main stair. But then if I select it again, go into edit path, select that path and change it to flat, hit finish. As you can see, now it kind of connects at the top, and it basically turns into this floor to floor railings. And then finally, let me show you how these interesting kind of structural elements of the stairs, so for example, this X stair support, how is this modeled? Well, if I select this and then if I delete this, we have just a basic boring glass stair. Now to add this, what I would do is go into level 1, find that stair, which is here. Then I would go into railing, and here I would pick out a railing which is the glass X support. Then I can just use pick lines, pick the center line of the stair here, hit finish, and sometimes we would get this error message. So what you can do is then you can just try to adjust it. You can pick new host, select that stair, hit finish, and now we have that X support. Now in a lot of cases, it just gets offset like this. It's a weird Revit bug, which I don't understand. However, we can simply go to modify, go to align, and then simply align the center of the stair with the center of the railings. And this is what we get. When I go to the 3D view, now we have this. So as you can see, it has been designed to work as smooth as possible. However, there is just a little bit of manual work that we have to do in order to create these really unique and interesting stairs inside of Revit. Now, if you want to check out and perhaps get this stairs and railings pack for Revit, as I said, you can find that on my website, balkanarchitect.com. The link will be in the description of the video. There you can learn more about everything that's included in the pack, and you can get it there. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a few days in another regular Balkan Architect tutorial.